I have just finished 1 year on TRT, and honestly, my verdict on it might surprise you. So I've been on TRT for like just coming up to a year now. It was back end of May last year. And the honest truth, I feel like social media can massively exaggerate what it can do for some people. Not for everybody. It can have big implications, big changes for some people. I will never deny that. But for someone like myself, yeah. So I didn't experience anything life-changing from it. I would say in the first couple of months, I gained what could have been described as a bit of muscle. It probably wasn't. It was more water. You judge for yourself from the picture I've hopefully put on screen now. But that soon came off. If you look at the difference in my pictures, you can see, yes, I do look pretty fucking jacked compared to the picture next to it. However, that, like I said, that look didn't last. I soon kind of deflated, shall we say. But and the thing was, I looked into TRT early last year because at the beginning of last year, I was feeling pretty low. My moods were low, energy was low, I could get agitated pretty easily, and I just felt a bit shit. And I did not know why, right? Because if you followed my first videos about this, my sleep was good, my diet was good, I was training regularly, nice and active, well hydrated, good relationships, everything fine, really, if I'm totally honest with you. So what was causing it, I didn't know. So then I thought, well, I'll just look into it. Got my blood tested. Turns out my levels were quite low, not dangerously low or anything like that, but it was recommended. It was worth me trying a small dose, which I did. My dose ended up getting upped a little bit. But being, like I said, totally honest with you, nothing drastic, nothing to write home about at all. See, the thing is, things like TRT shouldn't be used to try and replace things like, being active, having a decent diet, improving your sleep, being well hydrated, trying to remove even other stresses that you can remove, or at least that you can improve, you know what I mean? So I can even remember reaching out to a few people online that I follow, whether it be other coaches or just, people that follow me and things like that, who I knew were taking testosterone, because they would post about it on the socials, not because I was like making some sort of informed guess or anything like that. And I remember asking some of them about it, and a lot of them were like, well, not a lot of them, all of them were like, mate, you're going to feel fucking amazing. I remember one guy saying to me, it's the elixir of life. And I'm like, fucking hell, this sounds unreal. I can't wait to feel fucking amazing, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, I had multiple consultations beforehand, blood tests, things like that. I didn't go through some dodgy company or some dodgy guy at the gym or anything like that, like many people will, and that's up to them. But, during that process, I found that, they were really helpful and things like that, but it just didn't improve anything for me. And even though I would relay these concerns to them, they were just like, yeah, just give it a bit longer. And after 9-10 months, I started to think, right, this has been long enough now. Surely I should be noticing some improvements. And I wasn't really getting anything out of it. So I made the decision, now that the 12 months has come up, I'm going to be coming off the testosterone. I've pretty much used what I've paid for anyway. So I will be coming off that. So that's pretty much it with that. It's not quite done what I thought or hoped or was led to believe it might do. But maybe I'm one of the outliers, don't get me wrong. Like I said, my levels weren't stupidly low at all, but they were low enough to warrant me being prescribed testosterone cypionate. It was I was used, which if you're interested I injected that twice a week, which became the norm. It was a bit nerve-wracking when I first did it, but I soon got used to it. So it's important to note that TRT doesn't make you shredded, doesn't make you more disciplined, doesn't make you stick to a diet for longer, doesn't help you train, doesn't help you actually stick to a training program. That will all come from you, whether you want to do it or not. If you don't want to do it, you ain't going to do it. But if you want to do it, you're going to do it. God, I fucking love crumpets. Now, one thing I will say is I didn't experience any negative side effects. I think some people might class getting a little bit watery as a negative side effect, as I showed you in that picture. You know, I gained quite a bit of water weight over the first couple of months, but that soon came off. I know some people might panic about that. Some people might love it because, like I said, I looked a bit more jacked, but that soon went away. So I think that would probably be the only thing I would remotely could consider negative, but I didn't find looking jacked being a negative. But I know some people would panic about the jump in scale weight and things like that, which I understand. And I think that it's also important to note, right, because when I started looking into it, of course, naturally, my Instagram feed and things like that started showing me more and more reels and stuff like that about TRT, about other coaches that are using it, other people that are using it. So the information out there was just like, you know, tenfold, if not hundredfold to what I was used to seeing. And so many people were lauding it as this, you know, savior of all my issues, savior of everybody's problems. And honestly, to me, I'm only speaking with personal experience, it wasn't. So please, if you're considering it, absolutely get yourself tested. I'll always say that there is no harm getting your blood markers done, see what your levels are like, as well as other health markers. Absolutely, especially if you're in your 40s and above, 100% get it done. But please don't go into potentially taking it thinking that it's going to solve everything. If it's not going to solve your diet, it ain't going to solve your activity, it ain't going to solve your sleep necessarily, unless you solve other sort of external factors. You know, if your diet's shit, that's for you to sort out. If you never go and lift weights or anything like that, or you're just unbelievably inactive, that's for you to sort out. Now, could taking it have a knock-on effect and, you know, push you that little bit to think, yeah, I need to start in the gym, or I need to get out for more walks or a run or whatever? Absolutely, there's a possibility that could happen, but I'm confident it ain't going to solve everything. A lot of that is going to come down to you. So anyway, I'm going to be coming off this imminently now, and in the next few weeks, I've got my photo shoot coming up in like 4 weeks' time by the time this video goes up. So we'll see where I'm at. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how I've done. So I'll give you an update on that in the next week or two, and then we'll see how we go. So in the meantime, if you've not already, drop me a subscribe, drop me a like, drop me any comments. Have you used TRT? Are you thinking about it? What were your experiences? Good, bad, neutral, whatever. I love a bit of conversation, so let's go for it in the comments. So take it easy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.